everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm AshleyElyse, and today we're not going to judge. I am rocking my mom look. Novalee had a very long night last night. She has hit her 6-week growth spurt, and because of that we were up all night long, every probably hour or less crying, and then she would just continue to cry. So I have all the bags under my eyes, there is no makeup, my hair is in a messy bun with all my little hairs falling out. I'm rocking a big comfy t-shirt because I'm exhausted. So look past all of that throughout this video. It's going to be a little rough for me. But this week I wanted to talk about the products that I have used the most throughout Novalee's first 2 months of her life. She's only 6 weeks old. However, these are the products that we have used the most up until this point. I have some just general products, and then I have products specifically for breastfeeding. So I'm going to do those at the end kind of as like bonus items, because not everybody chooses to breastfeed, and so I just want to kind of include those at the very end here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first item, and probably the one item that I think we probably wouldn't do without, is the Diaper Genie. There are all different kinds of brands. There's like the Ubi Pail and all these different things. We got the Diaper Genie from Walmart. Just the plain white one, nothing fancy. I'm not going to pull it out because it's big and it's got diapers in it right now, so I'm not going to mess with that, but I'll put up a picture in here so you guys know what it looks like. But I would highly recommend that for any new moms or even just moms in general. I think it's great. We have Novalee's crib in here in our bedroom with us, and because of that, throughout the night when we need to change her diapers, there's like an attached diaper changing table. Anyways, so the Diaper Genie I think is fantastic because we have her crib in our bedroom with us. We do have her diaper changing table that's connected to the crib in our bedroom as well. So having the Diaper Genie next to her crib so we can just throw the diapers away there and not having it smell up the room is amazing. We have been using it since she's been born, and we have not once had our room smell like a dirty diaper. Some of her diapers do actually smell. I know that for, the first few diapers or something like that, or first few weeks, something along those lines, that they don't really have smelly diapers. That may be true. For her it was true. Hers just started really smelling probably within the last couple of weeks. So we have tested that out. It works amazing. I highly recommend that product. That's one of the items that we could not go without. The next item is a nursing pillow, and this is not just for breastfeeding. I highly recommend it. This is the one we have. We ordered ours off of Amazon with this really cute floral print cover, but not only do I use this occasionally when I'm feeding her, I also use this as kind of like a little bit of a lounger. I'll put her in it kind of like this with her head up here because she likes to be propped up and see what's going on around her. So we've been using that quite a bit for that purpose. I know that's probably not what it's intended for, but I highly recommend one of those because I think it's a great option. Next is the Snuggle Me Lounger. Now this one is probably a little bit more of a splurge. We got ours off of Amazon. I think it was like $150, $200, I think. No, I think it was $120. So a little bit more pricey, not something new. It's not like a must-have item, but it's been really helpful for me personally because Novalee really likes to feel kind of confined. So this is what ours looks like. Let's see if you can see that there. We've got just like this dark colored cover on it. I guess it's like a teal or something like that. But it has like these sides all around it so that it kind of supports the baby, and Nova really seems to like that when she's sleeping, so that she feels really snug and secure while she's sleeping. We do use it quite frequently. I wouldn't say it's an everyday use or something that you must have, but definitely a product that I would recommend. Next product is a wipe warmer. Again, this is probably not something that you're going to have. This is something that we wanted to get because Novalee hates her diapers being changed. absolutely hates it, usually screams bloody murder throughout the whole entire process. And we decided to ask for a wipe warmer because we wanted to see if that made a difference. We got it from my brother-in-law as a gift for her after she was born. It made a little bit of a difference, but probably not a big enough one that we would be like, oh yes, this is a miracle worker. So I would recommend that because I do think it helps somewhat, and it's not as shocking for the baby when her diaper is being changed. I will again show a picture of that. I have wipes in it right now, and I don't want to unplug it and bring it over here. But that is another one. The next item is the Halo Sleep Sack. And this one looks like this. It's super cute. We got a pink one. This was actually a gift from our hospital where we delivered her. They give these out to really promote babies sleeping in a crib on their back, not co-sleeping, things like that. And this kind of works as their blanket while they're in the crib so they don't get too cold. But these have like Velcro that goes across the top, and then it's got like the zipper, so you put the baby inside, you zip them up, and then their arms are only out, and then you kind of fold them in, and it's got like over here on the side, it's got little, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's got little instructions to kind of walk you through how to swaddle them. But you basically just swaddle them in it, and then the Velcro goes across and it holds them in really, really well. So I would definitely recommend this as a product because it has really helped us. Again, Novely really enjoys being swaddled. She was swaddled first thing when she came out of the womb, after she did a little bit of skin to skin with me. So that really helps her. She will not sleep in a crib without it. She will just scream and cry because she doesn't like being completely free. And next product is the Hatch Baby Sound Machine. Now, again, this is an item, sorry I keep looking back, Novely's hanging out back there just kind of chilling on the bed, and so I'm just making sure she's good. But the Hatch Baby Sound Machine, I would highly recommend. This one, I don't necessarily use it, I guess part of its purpose is for sleep training. That is not what we are using it for. We're using it more for just like a soothing sound, so you can like set you can get the app on your phone and connect it to your phone so that you can control everything from your phone, which I think is amazing because then I don't have to get out of bed to change anything. You can also set kind of like a schedule on there for when you want it to start in the evening and when you want it to shut off. You can change the colors. Again, I will put a picture up in here because I have it connected and I didn't want to try to unplug it and all of that, but you can change the colors, you can change the sound. You can really kind of customize it to exactly what you need. So I personally would highly recommend that. I don't think it was too expensive. We also got ours off of Amazon, and I want to say we probably maybe paid like maybe $50 for it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll try to include the price in here when I edit the video so that you guys can see the picture and then you can see how much we paid for it off of Amazon. The next item is a Fisher-Price swing. I don't remember the particular one we got. We actually got it from a second-hand store, Once Upon a Child. And so because of that, it didn't come like brand new, but it's like new, but it was used. So I don't know the exact brand that we have, but that is something that Novely really likes. I appreciate that the swing isn't sitting straight up because we have one that kind of sits more like this, where this one is more laid back, and because she can't really control her head yet, she doesn't have enough neck muscle, this particular swing has really helped her because she can lay back and her head's not like going all over the place, whereas the ones that are more tilted forward, her head falls forward, it falls to the side, things like that. Oh yeah? You saying hi to everybody? She's back there talking. Anyway, so I would highly recommend one of those because it's great to be able to put her in that and to be able to do what I need to do. They are kind of big and bulky, so it's not ideal for small spaces. And it probably isn't great. It's heavy, so it's not something you can like carry around with one hand while you've got the infant in the other hand. So not easily portable, but a good addition anyway. Next thing I would highly recommend, we have the Baby Trend stroller and car seat, which has literally been a lifesaver. We have had so many appointments And being able to just keep her in our car seat and not having to get her out constantly and put her in a carrier has been amazing. She has done really well with the car seat, but once she's in it too much, she gets really fussy and irritated with it. So that's kind of like a downfall. But I do love our baby twin stroller and car seat combination. I will again pop a picture up here as well so you guys can see the one that we have. Okay, sorry about that. I got it as a gift from my mother-in-law, so my husband's mom. But it's been a godsend because I can just pop her stroller or her car seat onto the stroller and push her in the stroller. It makes it way easier to get around. I don't have to carry everything. So that's definitely something I highly recommend as well. Next item is footy clothes. So Novalee is born, right at the tail end of summer. So we're getting into fall at this point. We are starting to get colder here in Colorado. It's going to start snowing. It usually has its first snow here around the end of October, sometimes mid-October, just kind of depending on the year. So because of that, it's a lot cooler here, and we use a lot of footy clothes. I personally prefer the fleece ones because they're really soft, they're warm. It's great for pajamas because she stays nice and warm in her fleece pajamas and then her halo sleep sack while she's sleeping in her crib. Alright, sorry about that. Little Miss decided that she needed to have her input as well. So we're back with Miss Novalee. Do you want to tell them everything? Anything? Your thoughts and opinions? No? We're good so far. Anyways, let's see, where was I? Footy clothes. So the fleece is my personal recommendation, and I would definitely recommend the zip-up ones. I think it's a lot easier trying to change them and everything from the zip-up ones versus the buttons. But that's just probably a personal preference. Some other moms may agree. I think you kind of just have to try and see what works for you. So that's my thoughts on the footy pajamas. Oh, you're okay. The next item is the Philips Advent pacifiers. These are the pacifiers that our hospital actually sent us home with for Novalee. They actually worked really well. She took really well to a pacifier, and they have been quite the lifesaver when she gets really fussy. We've just recently been able to change her from those to different pacifiers, but she did really take quite well to those, so that's definitely a good starter pacifier if that's something you're choosing to do with your child. So that's something I would recommend. And then also the Philips, this is what they look like, by the way. These little Philips Advent pacifiers. The next item that I would recommend is the Philips Advent sterilizer that you can actually put in the microwave. It's super quick, super easy, pretty user-friendly. We haven't had any issues with it, and it really is quite fast when you don't have a lot of time on your hands. This is what it looks like. Bear with me here, I'm doing this all one-handed. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. It just has these little snap-on handles on the side, and then it has like a little basket that sets over the top of the water, and then you just stick it into the microwave just like so, and it works really, really well. Quick and easy, like I said. It only takes like 5 minutes, I think, in the microwave, and then your items are sterilized. You just leave it in there for a little bit for everything to cool down, and it does come with like a little set of, I would call them kind of like tongs or tweezers, so that you can pick up the items from there without contaminating them, and so you don't burn yourself. So that was another perk of the Philips Advent microwave sterilizer. Next item that I would recommend are the Carter's Burp rags. We personally got ours from Target, but I personally prefer this, and I'm sure there are other brands that do the same type of thing that you can get, or even something just similar to that. But these particular ones, it has like the fabric on one side, and then it has like an absorbing fabric on the opposite side. And that's what I personally prefer, because since she has reflux, she does spit up quite a bit. And we need something that's going to absorb it and not just like smear it around on her or on her clothing or our bedding or whatever it may be that she spit up onto. So I don't know if you can tell, but see how it's like one thing there, and then on this opposite side it's more of like a towel absorbing kind of material. These ones are the ones that I would recommend just for the purpose of cleaning up spit up and things like that and having it absorb it. Oh my goodness. She is extra fussy today, and she really just wants to be held because she is going through a growth spurt and she's just very unhappy. So you're probably going to hear a lot of crying throughout this video, and I'm very sorry. But that's just kind of part of being a mom, and many of you guys who follow me who are moms, you guys understand that. So we're just powering through and figuring things out, aren't we? Yeah, mom looking all crazy, huh? Yeah. Okay, so next item after that is going to be soft blankets. Minky blankets are wonderful. Just soft blankets in general seem to really kind of help soothe Novalee when she's really upset. She has also had some issues with just like some different rashes and things because of her clothing. Like if she's eating, sometimes she really will dribble a lot down her neck, and it kind of gets around her neck and then it sits there and the clothes rub on it, and because of that she gets kind of like a rash and gets irritated, her skin. So sometimes, like right now, she just kind of lays just in her diaper, just wrapped up in a really warm blanket, warm soft blanket, so that doesn't irritate her skin. So I would highly recommend those. We've gotten some at Walmart, we've gotten some from Ross. You can probably find them pretty much anywhere. They're usually not very expensive depending on where you go. But that is another item I would recommend. And then for the last one that is not breastfeeding related, I would recommend this Infant Optics monitoring system. This has been kind of a lifesaver for me. It really has helped just kind of give me some peace of mind, even though she's sleeping in the same room as us. When we first brought her home, she was in the crib sleeping, and I of course was really sick with my gallbladder, and then I had my gallbladder surgery and everything like that. So because of that, I wasn't able to get up out of bed really easily and really quickly. It took me a lot. And then my husband is on the opposite side of the bed, which the crib is on my side, because I'm usually the one throughout the night who's getting up with her. And because of that, I wanted just to be able to look at the monitor and just know that she's breathing and that she's okay. And if she was like coughing, like if she had puked and we needed to clean it up, just kind of like that peace of mind for me. So we have loved this. It's got a temperature sensor, an alarm feature. It's got infrared night vision. That's the word I was looking for. The lens itself can be zoomed out or it can zoom in. You can change the positioning of how you need the, oh my goodness, excuse my mom brain. Change how you want the camera facing, and you can do all of that just from the actual little piece, which is wireless. Here, let me show you. So this monitor piece that you can kind of carry around, you can do all of that from that, so you don't have to be there and like change the settings or anything like that on the actual system, which I think is wonderful. But it's got a 3.5-inch screen, two-way talk, remote pan, tilt, and zoom, interchangeable lens, and power saving mode if you need to. You can also turn off the sound, put the sound on. We have it off when it's in the bedroom just so we don't hear her twice through it. But then when, you know, if she's like laying in her crib taking a nap, or if she's gone to bed and I need to do things at night, I can carry that around, turn the volume up so that I can hear her, and then we don't have that interference. But that would be the last item as far as non-breastfeeding items are concerned. As far as breastfeeding goes, I am strictly pumping, and then she's getting all of her milk through a bottle. So I rely quite heavily on my breast pump, excuse me. And I have the Medela dual breast pump, so that I can pump both breasts at the exact same time. I don't have to do it each individually, which is great. It cuts down on the time. But I would highly recommend that one. The only thing is it's not portable. That would be my one regret, is it would be really nice to have a portable one for when we need to leave for appointments and things like that, so that I could keep my schedule a little bit better. But overall, I would really highly recommend the Medela brand. That's actually the brand as well that my hospital used. So that worked out really well. I didn't know that when I got it, but it was just one that my insurance covered, which reminds me, if you are going to be a new mom and you have medical insurance, be sure to check with your medical insurance, because most insurance companies do provide a free breast pump, because they really are trying to promote breastfeeding and how healthy it is for the baby. So most insurances will cover that. Mine was completely covered through my insurance, so be sure to check into that. And then lastly, actually there's a couple more items breastfeeding related. These Medela 5-ounce bottles are a lifesaver. I pump into these, and we actually feed her out of these as well. So it makes it pretty much one less step for feeding purposes. But they also come with like this little cap that you can just store it, and then you can change it out with like a little nipple. So I would highly recommend these. They also have a smaller size, which is 80 mLs or 3 ounces roughly. I think, yeah, 3 ounces. So, and these are kind of weird looking right now because I just washed them and sterilized them. So, but they also come with the lids, and we've even fed her out of these ones when she first came home because she wasn't eating as much. So that is something I would recommend getting. They do work really well in the freezer. They save on space. You could do like the freezer bags. I personally prefer these over the freezer bags, but that's just my personal preference. Another breastfeeding item I would highly recommend, and this is more for the moms than the babies, but this lanolin nipple cream. This stuff has been a lifesaver for me, especially when I first came home and I first started pumping. My nipples were so super sore, and this really, really helped. You just need a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. But I would highly recommend this because it does kind of just soothe and make everything feel a little bit better and less irritated. It kind of just gives that extra protection that sometimes we need. And I think that pretty well covers it. Other than I would highly recommend getting nursing pads. I personally prefer the disposable because if I'm out and about, I don't have to worry about where I'm going to put them or anything like that. And I know it's bad for the environment, etc., but that's just kind of what works best for us. But if you are choosing to breastfeed, or even if you're not choosing to, you may already be leaking if you're pregnant or even after your pregnancy. So I would highly recommend investing in some nursing pads. There's not a specific brand I would recommend, but those are kind of my thoughts and opinions on breastfeeding items and items that we personally have used a lot in the first 2 months of Novalee's life. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys would recommend. If there's something I missed, any new moms out there, feel free to comment down below items that you guys have also been using that you would recommend. I would love to hear from you. Also, feel free to comment down below any video ideas or anything you guys would like to see. I would love to hear your guys' feedback and just kind of get some comments going. If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. There's a like button down below. And then also, while you're down there, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you're not already subscribed to my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and I will see you guys next week on Monday for a new video. Bye!